You didn't stumble here by accident, no. Beloved, this moment was written because God's heart has something to say to yours tonight. He's been waiting for you, not with judgment, not with pressure, but with peace, with arms wide open, with eyes that have never stopped watching over you. Tonight, heaven leans close. This isn't just another bedtime prayer. This is a sacred appointment, a quiet whisper from the heart of the Father to the soul of His child. God is here, and He's inviting you right now to come closer, not to perform, not to prove anything, not to pray perfectly, but just to be. You can exhale now. You made it to the end of another day. You've held it together for everyone else. You smiled when your heart was heavy. You've gone through the motions. And now, finally, you've reached this quiet space, and God meets you here with this gentle, unwavering invitation. Come to me, all you who are weary, I will give you rest. Matthew chapter 11, verse 28. That's not just a verse. It's His voice tonight. He knows what you carried through this day, the unspoken fears, the weight on your chest, the way you looked okay but felt overwhelmed, the questions that spun through your mind as the sun went down. What if it never changes? Why does it still hurt? Am I too late? And yet, His answer isn't complicated. His answer is come. Come and rest. Come and breathe. Come and let Him speak peace over you, word by word, like oil over the wounds you didn't tell anyone about. He knows the overthinking that visits you at night. He sees how your mind races in circles, how you replay the conversations, rethink the choices, regret the things you didn't say. He sees the fear that comes in like a quiet wave, the fear of time, of delay, of missed chances. He knows how heavy it feels to carry hope that hasn't been fulfilled yet. But right now, none of that disqualifies you. You are still welcome, still chosen, still invited, because this night, this holy night, is not ordinary. It's not random. It's not just another video. It's not just background noise. This is your sanctuary. This is where heaven bends low to remind you you're not alone in your waiting. You're not forgotten in your pain. You're not unseen in your quiet endurance. And most of all, you don't have to strive to be near to God. You don't have to get it together before He loves you. You don't have to earn the rest you're longing for. He is already near, already watching, already holding you closer than your breath. Can you feel that? That slow release in your chest, that sense of letting go, that's peace. And peace isn't passive. It's powerful. It's the voice of God saying, "You're safe with me. Your soul is safe tonight." Let that settle in. You are safe not because everything is fixed, but because you are held by the one who never lets go. You are safe not because the path ahead is clear, but because the one who goes before you has never made a mistake. You are safe not because you're strong enough, but because He is. This is the moment where you stop trying to figure everything out. This is where you surrender, not out of defeat, but out of trust. The lights are low, the world is quieter now, and in this stillness, your Father speaks. He speaks peace, not pressure. He speaks rest, not rules. He speaks love, not demands. You can breathe slower now, deeper. Let every breath say, "God, I receive your presence tonight." Let every breath say, "I trust you more than I trust my own understanding." Let every breath say, "I don't have to do anything to be held by you." Tonight, you are not forgotten. You are found. You are not abandoned. You are adored. You are not too late. You are on holy ground, so let this night become sacred. Let this moment become your altar. Let the whisper of God settle into the deepest parts of your soul. He's not rushing you. He's not tired of you. He's not disappointed in how long you've struggled. He's just here, close enough to hear your heartbeat, close enough to catch your tears, close enough to bring rest to the very places that feel too tired to keep going. So lay it all down. Let your pillow become a resting place of peace. Let your bedroom become a sanctuary. Let your breath become a prayer. And let this word become your invitation. Come to me, and I will give you rest. Stay close, child of God, because He's not finished speaking peace over you yet. Keep listening. We're just getting started. If you desire a deeper connection with God and want to join us in daily prayer, write Amen in the comments as your declaration that you are here, ready to trust Him tonight. You feel late in love, late in healing, late in purpose, late in life. But heaven is not anxious. And tonight, God wants to quiet that restless clock ticking inside your heart. You're not falling behind. You're being carried gently, wisely, securely, in the timing of a God who sees the end from the beginning. That ache you feel, that slow-burning pressure that says, you should be further by now, it's not from Him. That voice that whispers, it's too late, you missed it. It's not the truth. God doesn't run on deadlines. He runs on design. And you, beloved, are being shaped right on time. Scripture says, He has made everything beautiful in its time. Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 11. Not rushed, not half done, not barely holding on. Beautiful. In its time. That means there is a divine rhythm to your life, a holy unfolding that isn't based on how quickly others seem to move. The world measures progress by pace, but God measures it by purpose. And right now, while you lay here wondering if it's too late, He's reminding you, nothing I start in you ends in failure. You are not forgotten. Your name is written in His hand. Every hour that felt wasted, every delay that broke your heart, every path that led to a detour was still part of the map He holds in His hands. It's hard to trust when time feels like the enemy. You've waited long. You've seen others receive what you've prayed for. You've watched seasons pass that felt empty. But delay is not denial, and God isn't just preparing the blessing. He's preparing you. Because what He gives is never meant to crush you with its weight. It's meant to fit you like a garment sewn stitch by stitch, not bought off a rack. If it's taking longer than you expected, maybe it's because the foundation is deeper than you thought. He's not just preparing your circumstances, He's deepening your character. He's widening your capacity. He's fortifying your heart so that when the answer comes, you can hold it with peace and not fear. You're not falling behind. You're falling into alignment. Even now, as you listen, heaven is orchestrating things you haven't seen. People are being positioned. Doors are being fashioned. Resources are being moved. And your future is not in a hurry because it knows you will arrive. Can you let that settle into your soul? Can you breathe a little deeper tonight? Can you release the grip of your own expectations and rest in the rhythm of divine timing? God is not running late. He's not second-guessing His plan for your life. He's not surprised by your age, your past, your mistakes, or your doubts. He sees you now and still says, on time, on purpose, still mine. You don't have to understand the timeline to trust the hand that holds it. You don't have to see the whole picture to believe that the colors are being chosen with care. And you don't have to rush to prove your worth. You're not a project behind schedule. You're a beloved child in the care of a perfect Father. Tonight, let that sink in. You are not falling behind. You are not too old. You are not too broken. You are not too late. You are right where grace has placed you. You are right on time for peace. So breathe in slowly and let go of the fear that you've missed something. Breathe out gently and release the need to measure your life against someone else's progress. God's plans for you are not in competition with anyone else's. They're personal, they're sacred, and they're unfolding even now. Every delay is space for grace. Every pause is filled with purpose, and every moment of waiting is still a part of the promise. Rest tonight. Not because you figured it all out, but because you finally don't need to figure it all out. Not because the answers came, but because you trust the one who holds them. Let the urgency melt from your mind. Let the weight of the wind fall off your shoulders. God is not late. He is never late. And you, child of God, are not forgotten in the schedule of heaven. You are known. You are remembered. You are deeply loved. And tonight, you are being held, not just by sleep, but by divine timing. So, close your eyes with confidence. Let your heart slow down. Let your thoughts be still and whisper to Him, Lord, I trust your timing more than I trust my own. He's listening. He's holding the clock, and He's right on time. You've been carrying pain with no name, but God knows. And He's holding you now. Yes, even the pain you can't explain. Even the ache you don't talk about. Even the heaviness you hide with a smile. Tonight, God comes close to the parts of you that feel the most distant, the most fragile, the most unseen, because He knows what it's like to watch you walk through your day with strength on the outside and storms on the inside. He knows how you push forward even when your heart feels bruised. He knows how loneliness settles in quietly when the noise of the day fades. And He is not far. He is not silent. He is not indifferent. Scripture says, "The Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit." Psalm 34, verse 18. Close, not observing from a distance, not waiting for you to get better, not asking you to be stronger. Close, like a father kneeling beside his child, like a healer gently placing his hand over a wound, like a shepherd lifting a lamb too tired to walk any farther. Tonight, He whispers, let me hold what's hurting you, all of it, even the pieces you buried, even the memories you avoid, even the sadness that returns at night when the world grows quiet. Your grief, your disappointments, your heartbreaks, your loneliness, your questions, your fears, your silent suffering. He sees every layer. You are not invisible to Him. Your tears are not unnoticed. Not one has fallen without being counted by the God who loves you. Sometimes pain makes you believe you're alone. Sometimes sorrow convinces you that no one understands. Sometimes heartbreak makes you think no one sees how deeply you've been wounded. But God does. He sees the moments you tried to be strong when you were breaking inside. He sees the nights you cried into your pillow quietly so no one would hear. He sees the prayers you whisper through shaking breath. He sees the way your heart tries to hold on even when you feel like letting go. You are not unseen. You are not unnoticed. You are not forgotten. You are held right now, in this very moment. God is drawing near to you with gentleness. Not with demands, not with pressure, not with expectations. Just love. Pure, tender love. He holds you the way a parent cradles a child after a long, exhausting day close to the heart. Safe from harm, wrapped in compassion. Picture that for a moment. God's hands around you, God's arms supporting you, God's presence surrounding you like a warm blanket, God's heartbeat steady and strong, calming the panic inside you. Tonight becomes a turning point from pain to healing, from breaking to mending, from silence to comfort, from holding everything in to finally letting go. You don't have to carry this alone anymore. You don't have to pretend you're okay. You don't have to be the strong one tonight. You just have to breathe, slowly, gently, and let him hold what you can't heal on your own. Maybe your hurt came from people who never apologized. Maybe it came from a loss that still feels too heavy to face. Maybe it came from a relationship that broke you in ways you never expected. Maybe it came from years of giving more love than you ever received back. Maybe it came from dreams that slipped through your fingers. Or maybe it came from the quiet, unseen battles no one else even knows you fight. God sees every root of your pain and he says, "My child, bring it to me." Not to shame you, not to rush you, not to tell you to move on, but to heal you softly, patiently, completely. Healing doesn't always happen in a moment. Sometimes it happens in a night like this. Sometimes it happens when you finally stop running from the hurt and you let God gather you into his arms. Sometimes healing begins when you allow yourself to be honest. I'm hurting. God, I don't know how to fix this, but I don't want to carry it alone anymore. If that is your prayer tonight, even whispered in your heart, God hears it and he answers with presence, not explanations. Feel him drawing closer now. Feel the weight beginning to lift little by little. Feel the tension in your shoulders start to soften. Feel your breath deepen, your chest loosening, your thoughts slowing. That's God, that peace you sense. That warmth in your soul, that gentle settling in your spirit, that's him holding you. Because you were never meant to carry this much pain. You were never meant to walk through heartbreak alone. You were never meant to be your own healer. You were meant to be held. Your Father knows how to mend what others tore. He knows how to restore what was lost. He knows how to revive what grief drained from you. He knows how to comfort the deepest wounds, the hidden ones, the silent ones, the ones time didn't fully heal. Tonight, he leans close to you and says, "Give me the pain you've protected. Give me the sorrow you buried. Give me the heartbreak you learned to live with. Let me hold it now. Let me carry it. You can trust him with it because he has never mishandled a broken heart." You can rest tonight, not because everything is fixed, but because God is holding the part of you that needs healing the most. Close your eyes, even for a moment. Let your breath slow. Let your heart soften. Let the tears fall if they need to. They are safe with him. You are safe with him. And this is only the beginning. There is more peace coming, more healing, more restoration, more comfort. Stay here a little longer, because God is not done loving you back to wholeness. You're not stuck. You're stationed in peace. It may feel like life has paused, like you're sitting still while others are moving ahead. But what if this waiting isn't a delay? What if it's divine preparation? God is not wasting your time. He's using it, shaping you gently, holding you safely, forming you quietly. You see, waiting in the kingdom of God isn't punishment, it's positioning. It's where God prepares hearts, strengthens faith, and develops the kind of trust that doesn't depend on visible answers. Scripture says, But those who wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings like eagles. They shall run and not grow weary. They shall walk and not faint. Isaiah chapter 40, verse 31. It doesn't say those who rush, those who push, or those who figure everything out. It says those who wait on the Lord. And waiting isn't passive. It's active trust. It's a quiet resolve that says, even when I don't see movement, I still believe you're moving, God. It's the decision to stay close even when life feels paused. And tonight, I want to speak peace into the part of your soul that feels restless in the waiting. Because God hasn't forgotten you. He hasn't set you aside. He hasn't changed his mind about your life. You're not in limbo. You're in his hands. Waiting doesn't mean nothing is happening. It often means more is happening than you know. Just like a seed under the soil, growth takes place before it ever breaks the surface. Roots dig deep before fruit shows. Foundation is laid before anything is built. And God is laying something sacred in your life right now. Even if you don't see it, even if you don't feel it, he's arranging conversations, preparing hearts, closing the wrong doors so the right ones open. He's developing your capacity to carry what he's about to place in your hands, because blessing too early becomes burden. And God loves you too much to rush. Sometimes we confuse waiting with failure. But waiting isn't failure. Waiting is where God trains warriors in stillness, where he whispers truths too sacred to shout, where he gives visions that require silence before strategy. And that's where you are tonight. You're not lost. You're listening. You're not overlooked. You're being overshadowed, protected, covered by the peace of God. So take a deep breath right here, in this waiting space. Let your chest rise slowly. Let it fall softly. This is the place where God renews your strength, where he calms your mind, where he builds trust in the silence, where he removes your need to control. Because peace isn't the absence of problems, it's the presence of God. You might not know when, but you know who. And sometimes that's all you need to rest. You don't need every detail. You don't need every answer. You just need the assurance God is here and he is working. You can sleep tonight, not because everything is solved, but because you surrendered the pressure to solve it. You can release the mental checklists. You can stop replaying what you could have done differently. You can stop forecasting every possible outcome. Because the God who watches over you does not sleep. While you rest, he's still at work. While you close your eyes, he's still moving the unseen. While your head hits the pillow, his hand is still opening doors and aligning timing in ways you'll only understand later. That's the peace of waiting with God. It's never wasted time. It's sacred time. You are being prepared to soar. You are being strengthened to carry peace, not anxiety. You are being taught to rest before the breakthrough. And the more you lean into his presence, the more your heart will realize this waiting place is not a prison, it's a place of peace. So let the striving cease tonight. Let the questions rest. Let the inner tension ease. Let your soul unclench. God is not late. He is not ignoring your prayers. He is answering sometimes by doing a deeper work inside you than you even realized you needed. And one day you'll look back and thank him for the pace, for the protection in the pause, for the grace that met you in the waiting room of his will. You're not behind. You're not forgotten. You're not being punished. You're simply being held. Held by the one who writes timelines in wisdom, not in haste. So speak this over your heart tonight. I am not stuck. I am stationed. I am not forgotten. I am focused. I am not lost. I am led. I am not late. I am loved. Let this be the night you stop resenting the weight and start receiving the peace. Let this be the night you no longer see stillness as weakness, but as the strength of quiet trust. Let this be the night your spirit whispers, God, I trust you in the waiting place, and I know you're preparing me for something worth the wait. He hears you, he holds you, and he's not done yet. Keep resting. The story is still unfolding. Even your silence is a prayer. He understands. You don't have to explain yourself to be known by God. You don't have to find the perfect words tonight. You don't have to organize your emotions, rehearse your lines, or speak eloquently to be heard. Because the one who created your soul already knows what's happening inside it. Even when you don't know how to put it into words, even when you're too tired to try. There are nights when prayers feel too heavy to say out loud. When you lie in bed and stare at the ceiling, not knowing what to ask or even how to begin. When your heart feels full, but your mouth stays quiet. When your spirit aches, but all that escapes are tears. And God is still listening. He doesn't require language to move. He doesn't need volume to hear your desperation. He's not waiting for you to pray, right? He's waiting for you to rest in the truth that he already understands. Scripture says, the Spirit himself intercedes for us with groanings too deep for words. Romans chapter 8, verse 26. That means even when your prayer feels more like a sigh, even when your tears say more than your voice ever could, even when your mind is too tired to form sentences, heaven is still hearing you. God receives your unspoken prayers. He reads the cry behind the silence. He interprets the pause in your breath. He catches every tear as a sentence. And he never misunderstands your heart. You may feel spiritually dry. You may wonder if you've been distant, distracted, inconsistent. You may feel like you failed in prayer because you don't always know what to say. But prayer is not a performance. It's presence. And you are already present. You are here, still, listening, longing. And that is more than enough. You don't need to be perfect tonight. You just need to be honest. Even if that honesty sounds like, God, I'm tired, or God, I don't know what to say, or God, I'm still here. Even though I feel numb, those are sacred prayers. They are real prayers. And they reach the heart of God more than polished ones ever could. So if your body feels heavy, if your emotions feel tangled, if your voice feels stuck in your throat, let peace replace pressure. Let grace replace guilt. You don't have to do more to be loved. You don't have to say more to be heard. You don't have to give more to be seen. You are already deeply known even now as you lie in stillness. God is moving on your behalf. He is answering prayers you didn't know how to ask. He is addressing burdens you forgot you were carrying. He is healing places you didn't have language for. He is tending to wounds too deep for words. That's what love does. It listens deeply. It watches gently. It stays close, even when we withdraw. And that's who your Father is. He's not measuring the strength of your voice. He's watching the posture of your heart. And your heart, tired as it may be, is still reaching for him. That's enough. That's always been enough. So tonight, let the silence be sacred. Don't fight it. Don't fear it. Sometimes silence is where we hear him clearest, where we let go of the noise, where we unclench the stress, where we stop trying to fix everything and finally allow ourselves to feel. Silence is where our soul remembers. God is still. God even when we're still. God is still good even when we're speechless. God is still working even when we're worn out. If the only thing you can pray tonight is one breath whispered into the dark, Jesus, help, that is enough. He hears it. He treasures it. He answers it. And even when that whisper doesn't come, he's still here. He's not waiting to be impressed by your strength. He's here to hold you in your weakness. You may not feel spiritual right now, but you are still chosen. You may not feel close to God right now, but you are still carried. You may not have words tonight, but you are still wrapped in the presence of the Word Himself. So lay it all down. Let the silence be your prayer. Let your breath be your worship. Let your stillness be your surrender. And let the presence of God wrap around you like a soft blanket at the end of a long day. Close your eyes, knowing this. You don't have to speak to be heard. You don't have to perform to be loved. You don't have to explain to be understood. You are not forgotten. You are not abandoned. You are not failing in prayer. You are resting in the arms of a God who already knows. So sleep tonight, not with pressure, but with peace. Because your silence is full of meaning to the one who hears everything, even what you didn't say. And He's already working it out for you. He's already moving in places you haven't even prayed about yet. Because that's what a good father does. He listens. He understands. He loves. Keep breathing. Keep resting. He's here, and He's listening. The night may feel heavy, but God's light never leaves you. You may be lying in the dark right now, surrounded by silence. Maybe staring at the ceiling, maybe gripping your blanket a little tighter, and maybe your heart feels exposed in the quiet. Maybe your mind starts spinning when the world slows down. Maybe it's in the night hours that the fears rise, the questions shout louder, and the loneliness feels deeper. But I want you to know this tonight. You are safe in the dark, not because the darkness is gentle, but because God is greater than the dark. Psalm 91 verse 5 gives us this promise. You will not fear the terror of night, nor the arrow that flies by day. Psalm 91 verse 5. That means even in the nighttime, even when the shadows stretch across your heart, you are not alone. God doesn't leave when the sun goes down. His presence doesn't clock out after daylight hours. In fact, some of His greatest miracles happened in the dark. Think about it. The creation began in darkness. The earth was formless and void, and darkness was over the surface of the deep. And yet, God spoke light into it. The resurrection happened before the sun rose. Jesus got up while it was still dark, proving that even death couldn't hold back the light of God. And tonight, that same power is here. That same presence surrounds you. Yes, night may bring overthinking. Yes, your heart may replay conversations. Yes, your fears may creep in when no one else is awake to distract you. But you are covered. You are surrounded. You are safe, not because of how strong you are, but because of how close God is. Let's reframe this moment. This isn't just another night to get through. This is a holy covering, a sacred stillness where God draws close and angels stand guard. This is where the Father tucks you in, not just physically, but spiritually. He hovers over you with a kind of love that doesn't sleep. He whispers peace into your soul when the rest of the world is silent. He defends your home, your thoughts, your dreams. You don't have to fear the dark anymore because the light of Christ lives in you and no shadow can overcome it. You are not vulnerable. You are not forgotten. You are not exposed. You are protected right now. Whether your room is dimly lit or completely dark, there is light all around you, a light the world can't see, but your spirit can feel. The supernatural light of His presence, the warmth of His covering, the peace that pushes out fear, and yes, even angelic protection. God assigns angels to watch over His children, just as He did in the wilderness, just as He did in Gethsemane, just as He did for Peter in prison. He sends heavenly protection to surround those He loves. That includes you. You are not exposed to danger tonight. You are wrapped in divine protection, heart, body, and soul. So when the dark feels overwhelming, remember, you are not a prisoner of the night. You are a child of the light, and light cannot be extinguished by darkness, not now, not ever. Let this night be a reminder that God is still working in places you can't see, just like He does in a womb, just like He does in soil, just like He does when you're asleep. Miracles are often made in the dark. So rest, knowing that the silence is not empty. God is in the silence. Rest, knowing that your unanswered questions are not ignored. God is in the unknown. Rest, knowing that the darkness is not the end. It's the space before the dawn. Even now, God is breathing peace into the corners of your mind where anxiety tries to hide. Even now, He's standing guard over the people you love, the prayers you've prayed, the future you can't yet see. Even now, He's whispering, "Don't be afraid of the dark, because I dwell here with you." He is Emmanuel, God with us, even in the night, especially in the night. So let your body soften. Let your mind slow down. Let your breathing deepen. Let your soul unclench its grip. You are not in danger. You are in His care. You don't need to control what happens while you sleep. God already has it under control. And when you wake up tomorrow, He'll still be there, steady and sure. But for now, let the room become a sanctuary. Let the darkness become sacred. Let the stillness become peace. Let your last thought before sleep be this: I am not alone in the night. I am held by the one who made it. The same God who created light also created rest. The same God who calms storms also calms your thoughts. The same God who overcame death also overcomes fear. You are safe tonight, not because of the absence of danger, but because of the presence of God. And that presence is closer than your breath. He is here, right here, with you, watching over you, loving you, keeping you. So close your eyes now, not with fear, but with faith, not with panic, but with peace. The night may feel heavy, but God's light never leaves you, and you are safe in the dark. Even when the story looks the same, God is still writing new lines. Maybe you've reached a place where it feels like nothing is changing. The prayers you've been praying still feel unanswered. The breakthrough you've waited for still hasn't arrived. The door you hoped would open is still closed. The pain you thought would pass still lingers quietly in the background of your days. And tonight, if you're honest, you feel tired. Tired of the waiting, tired of hoping, tired of believing for something you can't see. You're not alone. The journey of faith often includes long seasons of what feels like stillness, even silence. You give, you sow, but don't see a harvest. You obey, but the results seem invisible. But let this truth wrap around your heart tonight. Just because nothing looks different doesn't mean nothing is different. God is not idle. He is not ignoring your faithfulness. He is not blind to your endurance. He is not deaf to your quiet prayers. In fact, Scripture reminds us, though outwardly we are wasting away, yet inwardly we are being renewed day by day. 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 16. There is an inner work taking place. A slow, holy transformation that may not be seen on the surface, but is no less real, no less powerful, no less sacred. You may feel like you're standing still, but heaven sees you being strengthened. You may feel like you're buried, but in God's kingdom, buried often looks like planted. Seeds do their most important work underground. Before they ever break through the soil, before they ever stretch toward the sun, before anyone can admire their growth, they die. They surrender. They change shape. They take root. And maybe that's where you are right now, hidden, uncelebrated, unseen, but not unloved, not forgotten, not stagnant. You are growing in a way the world can't see, but heaven celebrates. You are learning to stand not because life is easy, but because grace is enough. You are learning to wait not with bitterness, but with quiet confidence. You are learning to trust not in outcomes, but in God's presence, and all of that counts. All of that is progress. Even on the days when your faith looks like a whisper, even on the days when obedience feels like exhaustion, even on the days when you get up, pray, try again, and wonder if it made a difference. It did. Because faith is not measured by visible results, it's measured by your willingness to keep walking when nothing has changed yet. God sees every step you've taken in the dark, every night you've chosen worship over worry, every time you said, "I trust you," with trembling hands, every tear that has watered the dry soil of your heart. He honors that. He honors your unseen faithfulness. He honors your quiet, yes. He honors your uncelebrated sacrifices. He honors your patient endurance. And in His perfect timing, fruit will break through. But until it does, you can rest in the assurance He's still writing. You may read the same page over and over again in your life right now, but heaven's pen is still moving. God is still adding to your story. He's weaving strength into your weakness. He's adding layers to your faith. He's preparing testimonies that will one day flow from the very places that feel silent tonight. You are not in a loop of delay. You are in a season of development. Your roots are growing deeper. Your character is being refined. Your capacity is expanding. And one day, when the breakthrough comes, it won't just be about what changed around you. It will be about who you became while nothing was changing. You'll look back and realize the wilderness made you wiser. The silence made you still. The waiting made you worship. The pain made you prayerful. The delay made you dependent on God and not yourself. So don't despise this chapter, even if it looks repetitive, even if it feels slow, even if you're tempted to wonder if God has forgotten you. He hasn't. He is right here, turning the page, writing the next line, and breathing fresh life into the soil of your spirit even now. So tonight, lay your head down without the pressure to force results. Let go of the need to measure progress with your eyes. Let your heart be comforted by this truth. Growth is still growth, even when it's hidden. God is still working, even when it's quiet. You are still moving forward, even when the scenery hasn't changed. And your faith, quiet, tired, persistent, is enough to move heaven. Close your eyes now and whisper, "God, I trust you, even when I can't see what you're doing." That whisper is worship. That surrender is seed. and that quiet trust is setting the stage for something greater than you imagined. It may not look different yet, but it will. Keep resting. Keep believing. God is still writing. You can't be everywhere, but God can cover everyone you love tonight. You can't always protect them. You can't always guide them. You can't always know what they're facing when they're far from your sight. But God can, and tonight, as you rest, He does. This is your moment to gently place each name, each precious soul, into the hands of the one who never sleeps, never leaves, and never lets go. Because family is a gift, and sometimes that gift brings more joy than words can hold. Other times, it brings worry, unspoken concern, late-night prayers, tears shed quietly in the dark. But you were never meant to carry the full weight of their sin, their future. You were meant to intercede and to trust. There's a beautiful example in Scripture, Job. A man who didn't just pray for himself but regularly stood in the gap for his children. Early in the morning, he would sacrifice a burnt offering for each of them, thinking, "Perhaps my children have sinned and cursed God in their hearts." This was Job's regular custom. Job chapter 1, verse 5. He didn't know everything they were doing. He didn't try to control every detail. He simply lifted them up daily, faithfully, with love. And tonight, you can do the same. You don't need to know all the answers. You don't need to fix what's going on in their lives. You don't even need to understand what they're walking through. You just need to speak their names and place them in God's hands. So wherever you are, whisper those names now. Say the name of your spouse, your son, your daughter, your grandchildren, your parents, your siblings. God hears every single one. He knows their situation. He knows their hearts. He knows the things they've never told anyone, and His hand is not too short to reach them. Unless the Lord watches over the city, the guards stand watch in vain. Psalm 127, verse 1. That moment is now, and it's not weakness, it's wisdom. It's faith, because no one loves them more than God does. No one sees them more clearly. No one understands what keeps them up at night or pulls at their heart. No one knows the battles they're silently fighting behind their smiles. But God does, and He doesn't just watch, He moves. So tonight, imagine His hands reaching out, strong, gentle, sure, and you're placing each name in those hands one by one. You're saying, "Lord, I trust You with them. I trust You to cover their minds. I trust You to heal their hearts. I trust You to guide their decisions. I trust You to lead them where I cannot." And in return, God speaks peace over you. Peace that replaces fear. Peace that silences the voice of worry. Peace that reminds you they were His before they were yours. You are not parenting alone. You are not loving alone. You are not interceding alone. Heaven partners with you tonight, so let's pray gently, faithfully for your husband or wife, that they would be strengthened, encouraged, protected in heart and mind, that they would lead or serve with grace, humility, and wisdom, that love would be restored where it has faded, and joy would return where heaviness has settled. For your children, that they would be safe in body, soul, and spirit, that God would guide their paths, guard their choices, and surround them with godly voices, that they would hear His whisper louder than the world's noise. For your grandchildren, that they would know the love of Jesus from a young age, that their future would be covered in light and promise, that God would raise them up to be bold, gentle, kind, and strong in Him. For your parents, your siblings, your family near and far, that every household connected to yours would be drenched in mercy, protected by angels, and softened by the presence of God. And for you, that you would feel the release tonight, that you would fall asleep not in fear but in faith, that you would stop carrying what only God can hold, that your intercession would become your peace. Because it's not all on you anymore. It never was. The one who loves your family more than you do is already awake, already active, already covering them. So sleep tonight knowing they're not unguarded. They are surrounded, not just by your love, but by the unshakable love of God. And if someone in your family needs prayer tonight, comment their name below. Let us pray together as a family of faith, believing that God hears, God sees, and God moves. He always has. He always will. So release them now. Place them in His hands and rest. The ones you love are being watched over by the one who never misses a moment. If this prayer brought you peace tonight, with all my heart, I've prepared a special gift for you. A long-forgotten prayer has just been uncovered, and those who speak it are witnessing miracles. Divine favor and blessings beyond understanding. You'll find this sacred video in the description below. Watch it tonight, and let God's peace guide your soul into rest. You were never meant to carry what only God can redeem. But how many nights have you laid in bed, shoulders tight, thoughts racing, breath shallow, gripping things that were never yours to hold? Worry has a way of creeping in while the world sleeps. It wraps itself around your mind, whispers of, what if, what now, and how will I ever? Worries about your health, your finances, your children, your future, your aging body, your past mistakes. And without even realizing it, you begin to carry the weight of outcomes you were never asked to control. But tonight, something sacred is happening. God is inviting you not to give up, but to give over, to lay it down, to trust Him with what only He can handle. Proverbs chapter 3, verses 5-6 tells us, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways, submit to Him, and He will make your paths straight." That means you don't have to understand everything to walk in peace. You don't have to see the outcome to rest in the promise. You don't have to hold the plan to hold God's hand. And right now, that's enough. So take a breath with me. Inhale slowly. And as you exhale, imagine releasing the thing that's been tightening your chest. Let it go, just for this moment. The fear about your health. God sees every cell, every detail, every concern. He is the great physician, and nothing in your body is beyond His awareness or His power. The anxiety over your finances. God owns the cattle on 1,000 hills. He is still Jehovah Jireh, your provider, not just in spirit, but in the physical needs of your daily life. The pressure over your children's choices. He loves them even more than you do. His eye is on them when yours can't be. His spirit can reach places your voice never could. The ache of watching time pass, aging, wondering if you've done enough. God is outside of time. He's never rushed, and He's never late. He redeems the years the locusts have eaten, Joel chapter 2, verse 25. And He uses every chapter, even the ones you think are over. So many things feel out of reach, but they're never out of God's hands. Letting go doesn't mean you don't care. It means you trust that someone else cares even more. Letting go doesn't mean you've lost. It means you've chosen peace over pressure. Letting go isn't weakness. It's worship. It's your soul saying, God, I trust you more than I trust my own ability to figure this out. And that kind of surrender, that quiet, sacred surrender, is where peace begins. It doesn't happen in a flash. It often begins with just a whisper, "God, I can't hold this anymore, but I know you can." So breathe again. Inhale slowly. Exhale the illusion of control. Let your hands rest. You were not made to carry every burden. You were made to cast them. Cast all your anxiety on Him because He cares for you. 1 Peter chapter 5, verse 7. That means you don't have to manage the fear, fix the future, or maintain the outcome. Your job is to trust. His job is to be God. He sees the beginning. He sees the end. He sees the connections you don't. He sees the timing you don't understand. He sees the good. He's already bringing out of the chaos you can't control. And the longer you hold on, the harder it is to rest. But the moment you surrender, peace rushes in. Not because the storm is gone, but because you're no longer standing in it alone. He's in the boat with you. He's in the waiting room with you. He's in the courtroom, the hospital room, the quiet house, the sleepless night with you. You don't have to carry it anymore. So tonight, speak this out loud if you can. God, I release what I can't control. I give you the things I've been trying to fix. I surrender the outcomes I feared. I trust you with what I don't understand. And I rest in the truth that you are faithful. Let those words become your pillow. Let surrender become your posture. Let fear, let peace become your atmosphere. You don't have to hold it all together. That's not your job. Your job is to rest in the arms of the one who never lets go. So sleep tonight without striving. Sleep without fear. Sleep without the weight of what if. Because while you rest, God is working. While you sleep, He is sustaining. While you release, He is redeeming. Nothing is out of reach for Him. Nothing is too complicated. Nothing is too broken. Nothing is too far gone. What you let go of tonight, God will take hold of in full. And in the morning, you'll wake lighter. Not because the situation changed overnight, but because you did. You chose surrender. You chose trust. You chose peace. And you are safe in that choice. So now, close your eyes gently. Take one more breath and let this final truth echo in your heart. You were never meant to carry what only God can redeem. He's holding it now, and He's not letting go. You don't have to feel better to be at peace. You just have to let Him in. Because peace isn't a feeling you achieve. It's a person you welcome. His name is Jesus. And tonight, as everything around you grows quiet, He's drawing near, not to demand something from you, but to give something to you. Peace. Real peace. Unshakable peace. Peace I leave with you. My peace I give to you. I do not give to you as the world gives. Do not let your hearts be troubled. And do not be afraid. John chapter 14, verse 27. He doesn't give the kind of peace that depends on your circumstances. Not the kind that only shows up when everything's calm. Not the kind that disappears the moment something goes wrong. Not the kind that requires you to fake a smile or force a prayer. His peace comes from presence, not performance. It flows from who He is, not how you feel. That means peace is not something you have to chase. It's not something you have to work into or pray hard enough to experience. It's already here because He is already here. And when Jesus is present, peace is present, even in the middle of chaos. Even when emotions feel heavy, even when nothing's gone the way you planned, you don't need to fix it all before you rest. You don't need to solve the problem before you sleep. You don't need to feel good to be okay. You just need to let Him in. Let him into the restlessness. Let him into the frustration. Let him into the exhaustion. Let him into the, I don't know how much more I can take. And he will bring peace, not by removing every storm, but by speaking stillness into your spirit. So if your heart feels anxious, if your mind is spinning, if your body is tired, but your thoughts won't stop, pause, breathe, whisper, Jesus, you are my peace. Come and fill this room with your presence. That's all it takes. You don't need a plan. You don't need perfect words. You don't need to do anything, because peace is not earned. It's received. It comes when you lean into the arms of the one who is peace, the one who calms storms with a word, the one who walks on waves, the one who whispers comfort to every anxious heart. Let go of the idea that peace is a destination, something you'll get to once everything settles down. Peace is not waiting on your circumstances to change. Peace is waiting on your invitation. So open the door of your heart. Let the Prince of Peace walk in. Let him sit with you in the stillness. Let him hold the places that ache. Let him quiet the thoughts that won't stop. Let him breathe life into the parts of you that feel weary and worn down. Because peace is not an escape. It's an encounter. And right now, Jesus is here to meet you. Not because you've done enough. Not because you've been perfect. Not because you've prayed all the right prayers. But because he loves you. He came for you. He died for you. He rose for you. He rose for you. And now, he wants to rest with you. He wants to be the steady rhythm beneath your breath, the whisper beneath your thoughts, the anchor beneath your emotions. He wants to be the peace that doesn't make sense to the world, but makes perfect sense to your soul. So tonight, trade the weight of performance for the rest of presence. You don't have to prove anything. You don't have to be more spiritual. You don't have to feel strong. You just have to let him be close. Peace doesn't come when you have no problems. Peace comes when you know you're not alone in them, and you're not. You never were. Jesus is here. He is closer than your thoughts. Closer than your breath. Closer than the worries keeping you awake. And his peace is not fragile. It doesn't crack under pressure. It doesn't vanish when things go wrong. It doesn't depend on how good you've been or how much faith you feel. It's steady. It's unshakable. It's eternal. So breathe in deeply. And as you exhale, release the idea that peace is something you have to chase. Let this night become sacred. Let this moment become your reminder. Peace is not a feeling. Peace is a person. And that person, Jesus, is right here with you. Close your eyes, still your heart, and whisper this: Jesus. I let go of the noise, the fear, the pressure, the heaviness. You are my peace. You are my rest. You are my safety. I receive you. I welcome you. I trust you. That's your prayer tonight. That's enough. Now let your body settle. Let your thoughts slow. Let your soul rest. Because you don't need to feel better to have peace. You just need to let him in. And he is here. He's always been here. And he's not going anywhere. Sleep now, wrapped in the arms of perfect peace. You haven't missed it. Your name is still on the promise. It's easy to wonder if the window has closed. If you're too old now, if too much time has passed, if the mistakes you made along the way disqualified you from what could have been, if maybe it's just too late, But beloved, hear this truth deep in your spirit tonight. You are not too late for what God has promised. The timing of heaven is not like the timing of earth, and even when it looks like things are behind schedule, God is always right on time. Psalm 138 verse 8 reminds us, "The Lord will fulfill his purpose for me." Your steadfast love, O Lord, endures forever. Psalm 138 verse 8. That means God hasn't changed his mind about you. What he spoke over your life, he still intends to do. What he whispered in your spirit years ago, he hasn't forgotten. He doesn't tear up your blueprint just because the clock on your wall kept ticking. He doesn't cancel your calling because of a delay. He doesn't withdraw his promises because of what you did or didn't get right. Delay does not equal disqualification, and that waiting season you've been in, it wasn't wasted time. It was preparation. God was deepening your roots, expanding your capacity, softening your heart, sharpening your discernment. Because the promise isn't just about what you receive. It's about who you become while you wait. And you, dear one, have been becoming, even if no one noticed. Even if you feel behind, even if all you see are the missed chances and the lost time, God sees more. He sees the strength that has grown in your spirit. He sees the quiet endurance. He sees the forgiveness you've chosen. He sees the wisdom you've earned through fire. He sees the faith that hasn't let go even when it had every reason to. And he says, "You are still the one I chose. You are still the one I called. You are still the one I love. And the promise still belongs to you." There is no expiration date on the plans of God, no matter how many years have passed, no matter how many detours you've taken. No matter how far you think you've drifted, his promises are not built on your perfection. They're built on his faithfulness. And he is still faithful. He knew every twist your life would take. He knew every moment of confusion and discouragement. He knew the days you'd be too tired to believe, and he stayed. He watched. He waited. And he's still moving on your behalf. Don't let the voice of regret drown out the truth of redemption. God doesn't just restore lost time. He redeems it. He multiplies it. He uses it. He turns even your delays into divine setup, because his promises don't come by striving. They come by grace, and they don't arrive empty-handed. They come with power. Power to heal what was broken, power to rebuild what was torn, power to bring life to the places in you that thought it was too late. Let me say this clearly. You have not missed your moment. You are not disqualified by age. You are not disqualified by your past. You are not disqualified by time. If Sarah can laugh in her old age and still birth a promise, if Moses can begin his calling at 80, if God can raise dry bones from a valley and breathe life into them again, then surely he can still fulfill the word he spoke over you. You may be in your 50, 60, 70, or beyond, but your breath is proof that your purpose is not finished. As long as there is breath in your lungs, there is promise in your life. So release the shame of delay, release the fear of missing it, release the lie that says it's too late for me, and take hold of this truth. You are right on time for what heaven has scheduled. God didn't forget. God didn't give your blessing to someone else. God didn't remove your name from the promise. It's still yours. He's still preparing it. He's still preparing you. And when the time is right, it will come suddenly, beautifully, undeniably. You don't have to chase it. You don't have to beg for it. You just have to believe. So breathe now and say it softly. God, I trust you. even when I feel behind, even when I can't see how it will happen. I believe you will fulfill your purpose for me. Let that be your peace tonight, not the peace of everything figured out, but the peace of knowing you are still in the palm of His hand. Let that peace wrap around your mind like a blanket. Let it quiet the questions. Let it hush the regrets. Let it silence the timelines you built in your head. God is not anxious. And because He's not anxious, you don't have to be either. Sleep now in the confidence that heaven's calendar has not forgotten you. You are not too late for what God has promised. Because His timing is perfect, His grace is sufficient, and His word never returns empty. You haven't missed it. Your name is still on the promise, and when it comes, it will be worth every moment you waited. Even the dreams you buried, God still plans to fulfill them. Somewhere along the way, life got heavy. Maybe it was grief. Maybe it was betrayal. Maybe it was time itself. And slowly, gently, sometimes without even realizing it, you laid down the dream you once held so close. You told yourself it was too late. You tried to be practical. You decided maybe that dream wasn't for you anymore. But tonight, God leans close and whispers, I remember what you forgot. That vision you once carried in prayer, that desire that made your heart race when you talked about it. That calling you felt deep in your spirit. He still remembers. And even if the dream slipped through your hands, even if you no longer talk about it, even if the hope that once felt alive has grown quiet inside you, God has not forgotten. Can a mother forget the baby at her breast and have no compassion on the child she has born? Though she may forget, I will not forget you. See, I have engraved you on the palms of my hands. Isaiah chapter 49, verses 15 to 16. You are not forgotten. Your dreams are not forgotten. Your story is still being written. Pain has a way of making us forget what we were created for. We start to believe that survival is the goal, that we missed our moment, that the pages we dreamed of turning have already been sealed. But God says, I'm still holding the pen. He hasn't stopped writing. He hasn't lost the thread. He hasn't skipped a beat, even in the silence, even in the sorrow, even in the seasons where you gave up trying to hope. He was still moving, still orchestrating, still preparing a way back to the dream. Because what God authors, He finishes. And if He planted that dream in your heart, it was never meant to stay buried. Yes, there are dreams we let go of for a season, dreams that felt too tender to talk about, dreams that were wrapped in too much disappointment. Dreams we placed on a shelf with tears in our eyes and said, maybe this isn't for me. But the voice of the Lord is here tonight to say, it is for you. I haven't changed my mind. Let that truth settle over your heart. God hasn't changed His mind about you. You may have walked away from the dream, but the dream hasn't walked away from you. You may have stopped believing, but heaven never stopped building. You may have buried it in the soil of disappointment, but in that very soil, God has been cultivating resurrection. Some dreams don't die. They just go quiet. Some promises don't disappear. They just wait for the right season to bloom. And maybe, just maybe, this is the season where hope comes back to life. Maybe tonight is the night your heart begins to remember what it once dared to believe. Maybe this is where the flicker turns into a flame again. Because there is no expiration on divine promises. There is no limit on what God can restore. There is no timeline that disqualifies your calling. You were never disqualified, only delayed. You were never forgotten, only hidden. And now, the same God who brought you through the valley is inviting you to dream again. Can you feel it rising? That ache? That stirring? That gentle remembering of who you are, of what God whispered to you years ago, of the calling that still pulses beneath the surface of your life? It's not too late. You haven't missed it. You're not too old. You're not too broken. You're not too far gone. God remembers, and He's inviting you to remember too. Not with pressure, not with shame, but with holy tenderness. He's reminding you that your story isn't finished, that He's still in the middle of the sentence, that what He started, He will complete. And your job tonight is to breathe, to rest, to receive. Let the tears come if they need to. Let your heart soften. Let the hope rise, even if it scares you, even if it hurts, because this is holy ground. This is resurrection ground. This is the place where buried dreams breathe again. And all you have to do is say, "Thank God." If you still remember, "I'm willing to believe again," that simple prayer can reopen what grief tried to close. That whisper of faith can unlock what fear tried to seal shut. You don't need to know how. You don't need to map the timeline. You don't need to make it happen. You just need to say yes. Yes to remembering. Yes to believing. Yes to letting hope live again. Because the dream never belonged to you alone. It was planted by the dream giver, sustained by grace, protected by mercy, and it's coming back to life. So sleep tonight knowing this, even the dreams you forgot, the ones you laid down with a heavy heart, the ones you stopped speaking out loud, God never forgot, and He's not finished yet. He's still writing. And the next chapter will be worth every tear you cried in silence. So breathe deep, beloved. Let hope rise again. God remembers what you forgot, and He's already preparing what you thought was lost. You don't have to rush. You don't have to prove. You don't have to be healed to be held, because right now, this very moment, God sees who you are becoming. And He is not disappointed. He is not impatient. He is not comparing you to anyone else. He is proud of you. Yes, even in the quiet, even in the slow, even in the days when your only victory is that you didn't give up, being confident of this very thing, that He who began a good work in you will carry it on to completion. Philippians chapter 1, verse 6. There is a holy patience in the way God works. He is not in a hurry like we are. He doesn't toss away half-finished stories. He is faithful to finish what He starts, and, beloved, that includes you. You are still becoming, not failing, not falling behind. Becoming. You are unfolding like a flower in its own season, quiet, sacred, unstoppable, and no matter what the world says about timelines, no matter what others have done faster, louder, or differently, your pace is not a mistake. God is not grading your growth. He is nurturing it. He sees every time you keep walking when your heart is heavy. He notices the moments you forgive, even when it hurts. He hears the silent prayers you whisper when no one else is around. He counts the tears you've cried while choosing to still believe. And He says, "Look at my child. They're still becoming." The enemy wants you to feel stuck. He whispers that you should be farther along, that healing should be complete, that faith should feel stronger, that you're behind. But heaven sees progress where you only feel pressure. Heaven celebrates every inch you've moved forward, even when it looks like crawling, even when it looks like starting over, even when it looks like sitting still, just trying to breathe through another night. You're not behind, you're becoming. Spiritual growth is often invisible. It happens beneath the surface, in the thoughts you choose not to speak, in the battles you fight in silence, in the small decisions that nobody sees but heaven records. Healing takes time. Transformation is slow and sacred. And God isn't measuring you by speed. He's measuring you by surrender, your softness, your openness, your willingness to stay close. That's what He honors. He's not looking for perfection. He's looking for presence. And guess what? You're here, still listening, still leaning in, still reaching for Him in the quiet. That is becoming. That is growth. That is evidence that He is working inside you. You may not see the full picture yet, but heaven sees the masterpiece in progress. God isn't finished with you, not even close. Your compassion is deepening, your faith is maturing, your strength is being refined. And your heart, though wounded, is learning to beat with hope again. So let go of the guilt, let go of the timeline. Let go of the lie that you've missed it. You are not late. You are not disqualified. You are not forgotten. You are right on time in God's process. And even when you feel weak, you are still in motion. You are still becoming who heaven always saw. You're not meant to rush this. You're meant to walk it, to breathe through it, to feel it deeply, to let God meet you in it. Every scar, every detour, every delay, none of it was wasted. God has woven it into your becoming. Even the nights you felt like you were falling apart, He was holding you together. Even the moments you doubted, He stayed faithful. And tonight He reminds you, I see who you are becoming. And it is beautiful to me. You are not a failure. You are not too broken. You are not too slow. You are becoming. This season you're in is holy. This gentle unfolding of your heart, it's powerful. This quiet healing, it's eternal. So let grace cover you tonight. Let it soothe the places still in process. Let it hush the voice of shame. Let it remind you God is still working. You're not who you used to be, and you're not yet who you will become. You are in the holy middle, and heaven is smiling on your journey. So sleep tonight with this truth wrapped around your soul. You are still becoming who God sees, and He's not in a hurry because He knows exactly how beautiful the finished story will be. He began a good work in you, and He will finish it in His time, in His way, with more love than you can imagine. Breathe that in now. Whisper this prayer. God, I trust You with the parts of me still becoming. Thank You for loving me in the middle of the process. Thank You that I don't have to rush to be worthy tonight. I rest in Your perfect pace. Amen. Now rest. Dear heart, you are not behind. You are becoming, and that is holy ground. As you lay your head down tonight, something beautiful is being written. Heaven holds a scroll, a sacred book, and tonight, with quiet grace, a new chapter is unfolding, and your name is at the top of the page. No, you're not repeating old stories. You're not circling the same mountains forever. You're not trapped in yesterday's patterns. God is not recycling your pain. He is renewing your path. Behold, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs forth. Do you not perceive it? Isaiah chapter 43, verse 19. Yes, He is doing something new, even if you can't see it, even if it still feels quiet, even if your heart still has questions, even if the ink isn't dry, yet He's writing, and it's a new chapter, not a copy, not a continuation of sorrow, a new thing, a new line, a new way, and tonight, heaven acknowledges it. There's a moment in every story when the page turns, when the chapter changes, and suddenly the whole narrative shifts. That moment is now. You've endured the valley. You've cried in silence. You've waited in patience. You've healed in secret. You believed against all odds, and heaven saw it all. Now, God, the author and finisher, is moving his hand, and tonight a new chapter begins. Can you feel it? The silence isn't emptiness. It's the sound of heaven writing. The stillness isn't a delay. It's divine concentration. The night is holy, and this moment is a threshold. Right here, right now, God is declaring, this story isn't over. I'm still writing. You're not stuck in yesterday. You are not doomed to repeat pain. You're not forgotten in the background. You are being written into something fresh, whole, and holy. Maybe you've been afraid to believe it, afraid to hope again, afraid that a new chapter means starting over. But it doesn't. It means building forward. It means resting while God restores. It means trusting the process that leads to promise. Rest is not a detour. It is part of the momentum. Even Jesus slept through storms. Even the garden grew in darkness. Even healing often begins at night. So tonight, close your eyes and exhale. Let your breath be your agreement. Yes, Lord, I receive the new. You don't have to know the whole plan. You don't have to see the next 10 pages. You just need to turn this one with trust because heaven already wrote the headline. Chapter 14, restored, redeemed, rewritten. That's your story now. A story where peace returns, where hope is not fragile, where love is safe, where provision flows, where purpose is clear, where joy no longer feels stolen. This is not wishful thinking. This is not hype. This is not just poetic comfort. This is a prophetic truth. You stepped into the season of new beginnings, and it starts tonight. God is not asking you to strive. He is asking you to surrender. Let Him write. Let Him lead. Let Him reveal the beauty hidden in the margins. He saw the tears that smudged the last chapter. He heard the silence that followed unanswered prayers. He felt the ache when you questioned whether He still saw you. And still, He never put the pen down. You are not forgotten in the narrative. You are the main character in His promise. So if tonight feels quiet, let that quietness be sacred. If tonight feels unfamiliar, let that unfamiliarity be holy. Because the old season is closing and the new has begun. Heaven isn't looking at your past. Heaven is focused on your future. Your name is being written into breakthroughs. Your faith is being written into fulfillment. Your identity is being written into inheritance. God never runs out of ink, and He never runs out of mercy. So even if you buried your dreams, heaven did not. Even if you gave up, God didn't. Even if the last season ended in heartbreak, this one begins with healing. Tonight, you get to rest while heaven writes. Let that soak in. You're not responsible for crafting every line. You're not responsible for controlling every detail. You're not even responsible for rushing the next part. Your only assignment tonight is this: rest in the arms of the author. Because what He writes, He finishes, and what He finishes, He blesses. Let Him write peace into your sleep. Let Him write clarity into your dreams. Let Him write healing into your memories. Let Him write purpose into your tomorrow. This night isn't ordinary. It's a turning point. This moment isn't empty. It's prophetic. This breath isn't wasted. It's holy. You are not who you were, and your story is not where it ends. So close your eyes and trust. Breathe deeply in surrender and whisper this softly. God, I give you the pen. Write what only you can write. Begin what only you can begin. And tonight, as I sleep, I receive the new chapter you've prepared for me. Now rest. Beloved, heaven is writing, and the next line carries your name. You may not realize it, but you're closer than you think. Closer to peace. Closer to breakthrough. Closer to healing. Closer to seeing what God promised unfold before your eyes. But this part right here, this middle ground, it's where most people give up. And heaven is whispering, that won't be you. Because what you're building in the spirit is real, even when you don't feel it. Even when the progress feels invisible, even when your heart is tired of hoping, let us not grow weary in doing good, for in due season we will reap if we do not give up. Galatians chapter 6 verse 9. This is your due season moment and the enemy knows it. That's why the fatigue is heavier right now. That's why the distractions are louder. That's why the silence feels more painful. Because you're on the edge of something holy and the enemy doesn't fight what isn't close to victory. Let this be your reminder tonight. You are not failing. You are not forgotten. You are not behind. You are simply growing weary, and there is a difference. Tired doesn't mean done. Weary doesn't mean worthless. Doubt doesn't mean disqualified. You've sown in tears. You've pressed forward in prayer. You've trusted in silence, and God has not missed any of it. He is not a man that he should lie. If he said there would be a harvest, there will be, yes. But don't dig up the seeds you've planted in faith just because the timeline feels long. Stay planted, stay trusting, stay available. God is still moving, even in the places you can't see, even in the moments that feel still, even when your soul whispers, maybe it wasn't meant to be. It was. It is. And it still will be. There are promises hovering over your life that only require one thing tonight. Don't quit. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to understand everything. You just need to keep showing up in faith. Rest is not giving up. Sleep is not a sign of defeat. It's a sign that you trust God to work while you rest. There is strength in surrender, and tonight surrender looks like saying, God, I don't know how much longer, but I will not walk away. I will not stop believing. I will not let go of what you promised. Do you know how close you are? Closer than the lies want you to know. Closer than fear wants you to believe. Closer than doubt dares to admit. Sometimes we look at the mountain ahead and forget the valley we've already come through. You've already overcome so much. You've already survived what others didn't. You've already healed from things you never thought you'd get through. Look how far God has carried you. That same God who strengthened you before is the one who walks beside you tonight. Let your rest tonight be an act of resistance, a declaration, I will not quit. I will rest, but I will not quit. I will pause, but I will not give up. God honors the quiet endurance, the kind that presses on in secret, the kind that keeps praying even when nothing looks different. The kind that chooses to believe when it would be easier to walk away. You're building more than you know. Your prayers are bricks. Your tears are seeds. Your hope is a weapon, and your faith is the foundation. Keep building. You don't have to sprint, just take the next step. You don't have to shout, just whisper one more prayer. You don't have to carry it all, just place it back in God's hands. Even Jesus didn't skip the garden of pressing. Even Jesus felt the wait before the breakthrough. Neither will you. You're almost there. Not because everything is suddenly easy, but because your spirit is anchored in truth. God is not done with your story. God is not withholding the promise. God is not disappointed in your pace. He is proud of your perseverance. So tonight, breathe. Not because the battle is over, but because you've decided you won't give up before the victory. And if you're still wondering if it's worth it, if the waiting is holy, if your faith still matters, let this be your sign. You are not forgotten. You are not alone. You are closer than you think. Whisper this with me. If you can, God, I won't quit. Even if I'm tired, I trust you. Even if it's quiet, I believe you. Even if I can't see it, I will not give up. I trust that I'm closer than I think. Now rest, child of God. Let this night renew your strength. Let the angels stand watch as you sleep. Let your dreams be filled with reminders of what's ahead, because God finishes what He starts. And He started something in you that is still unfolding in glory, in grace, and in perfect timing. And if this word gave you strength tonight, don't keep it to yourself. Share this with someone you love, someone who might feel like giving up, someone who needs to be reminded. You are closer than you think. Let your hope become their hope. Let your faith strengthen their faith. Let's finish this race together. You're almost there. Keep going and rest well tonight. Heaven is cheering you on. This night is holy, not because it is quiet, but because God is near. You've carried enough today. You've worried enough. You've wondered enough. You've done enough. It's time to rest. Not just close your eyes, but truly rest, knowing this one truth. God holds it all. Your future, your family, your fears, your hopes, even the parts of you don't talk about. He's already there in tomorrow, in the next decision, in the outcome you can't yet see. So tonight, you don't have to hold it all together. You don't have to figure everything out before sleep. You can let go now. In peace, I will lie down and sleep. For you alone, Lord, make me dwell in safety. Psalm 4 verse 8, let that verse become your rhythm now. Breathe it in and breathe it out. You are not alone in the dark. You are not unprotected. You are not unseen. God is here and He does not sleep. While you rest, He moves. While you close your eyes, He covers you. While you dream, He defends you. He's not asking you to understand. He's asking you to trust. You will keep in perfect peace those whose minds are steadfast, because they trust in you. Isaiah chapter 26 verse 3. Perfect peace, not fleeting peace, not circumstantial peace, but the kind of peace that anchors your heart through the night and reminds your soul you are safe. You are loved. You are not alone. Can I pray with you before you sleep? Let's breathe together. Let's surrender together. Let's rest together in the arms of the one who never lets go. Breath prayer into your hands. I place my life tonight, again, slower this time, with trust, not tension, into your hands. I place my life tonight. Every burden, every question, every unspoken fear, every person you love, it's all in His hands now. Nothing has escaped Him. No detail is too small. No storm is too loud. No pain is too hidden. Tonight, heaven holds you. God surrounds your home. His angels stand guard. His presence rests upon your body. His peace flows over your mind. His spirit hovers over your dreams. And so I bless you. May your body find rest tonight, every muscle, every nerve relaxed and restored. May your heart be calmed, every anxious flutter settled by His love. May your dreams be filled with clarity, comfort, and divine whispers. May your home be a sanctuary sealed with light, covered in peace, held in holy stillness. And for tomorrow, you don't need to fear it, because God is already preparing grace for every moment ahead. You don't need to rehearse what might happen. You don't need to fix what's unfinished. Tonight is not for solving. It's for surrender. So rest, truly rest. Let your soul exhale. Whisper this with me if you feel led. This night is sealed in God's peace. Again, softer this time, like a lullaby to your own soul. This night is sealed in God's peace. And if your spirit feels comforted tonight, know this: you're welcome here. Every night. Anytime you need to be reminded that peace is still possible, that rest is still holy, that your story is still unfolding in grace, come back to this space. Let this be your sanctuary of peace. Let these words hold you when the world feels too loud. Let these prayers steady you when the night feels uncertain. Let this community cover you because you're not alone. There are others listening right now just like you, breathing slower, trusting deeper, laying their hearts down at God's feet. You are part of a beautiful company of souls who are learning to rest again, one night at a time. So if you need this again tomorrow, come back. If you need to hear that you're safe, press play. If you need to remember that peace is still a promise, this space is for you. You are not falling behind. You are not too late. You are simply learning to let go and let God carry what was never yours to hold overnight. So sleep now, not with worry, but with worship, not with fear, but with faith, not in confusion, but in calm. You are safe. You are loved. You are not alone. And because God holds it all, you don't have to anymore. Sleep in peace, child of God. The night is holy. The future is held, and you are covered. This night is sealed in God's peace. Amen. And remember, come back here every night. This is your sanctuary of peace.